Um, Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I want to show you something really cool I've been working on. A project that uses AI workflows to automatically screen job applications. Don't worry, I'll explain it in super simple terms so you can follow along even if you have never coded with AI before. So what is the idea? So imagine you're an HR recruiter and you get hundreds of resumes every week. So like going through them one by one takes a lot of time. It takes forever. So wouldn't it be nice like if we could build a system that does the first round of screening for us? Exactly. That's what I built using a tool called LangGraph. So, what is LangGraph? So, think of LangGraph like a flow chart, like where each box is a step that AI goes through in order to make a decision. So, how does it work? So, our workflow has a few simple steps. So, first, we categorize the candidate's experience. Then, we check their skills. Um, do they match the job description or not? So while categorizing the candidates experience, like we give it in three ways. So if they're entry level, mid level, or senior level, and then we check their skills after categorizing the candidates experience. And then the third is like based on that the system decides like if the skills matches, then it is gonna schedule HR interview. If they're senior, let's say, but not a skill match, then it's gonna escalate it to the recruiter. But if they're not a fit, it's gonna reject the application. So it's like a smart filter, before the actual human recruiter steps in. So how we built it? I started by creating something called a state. It is just a way to keep track of the information we need, like the candidate's application text, their experience level, their skill match, and then the final response. And then I define notes for each step. For example, one node asks AI to read the application and decide the experience level. Another node checks if their skills match. Other nodes decide whether to schedule, escalate, or reject. So the cool part about LangGraph is that we can connect these nodes like a flow chart. So the flow looks like this. So first is that categorize experience and then access the skills. Then depending upon the results, either schedule HR interview, escalate it to recruiter, or reject application. And it even gives us a nice graph diagram to visualize everything like this. Um, let's test it with an example. So if the application says I have 10 years of experience in software engineering with expertise in Java, so the system reads it and says senior level. But since the job is for a Python developer, skills doesn't match. So it escalates to a recruiter. On the other hand, if someone applies with one year of experience in software engineering with expertise in Java, it will categorize them as entry level, no match, and then rejects the application. But if someone has Python skills and relevant experience, then they get shortlisted for interview. So this may look simple, but it saves tons of time. HR doesn't have to manually filter every resume, and candidates still get fair and consistent evaluation at the first step. And the best part is like you can modify this graph for other things, so like customer support, say ticket routing, or even educational assessments. It's flexible beyond just HR. So that's the project, an automated HR screening system built with LangGraph. Thank you for watching.